Sardis Lions are up next, and Coach B.J. Brooks. Hello, guys. So welcome to Media Day. Coach, if you'd let them introduce them or you introduce the players and then some opening comments from you, we'd appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves starting down here.
My name is Lamont Richardson.
My name is Grant Coe.
My name is Cole Langford.
My name is Levi Martin.
All right, so some opening comments first. Just super appreciative of you guys. Thank you for all you do for high school athletics and just in general. It's always awesome, and that's one thing I tell the guys all the time. We on the way home, we're going to turn on WQSB, and we want it to be the score that we want it to be. So when that score goes out, we want to make sure we did everything we can. So that's the score they want to think. When they see Sardis, it's a good score. So, but we just appreciate all you guys and every single thing you do.
Coach, could you talk about the number of players in your program? Is it a big senior class, juniors? Could you talk about your numbers?
Okay, so this year we have 16 seniors. Numbers are down a little bit this year. We got 57. Last year I think we had 64, right around that number. So numbers are a little down. Not real sure why, but it just takes what it takes. I think we've some guys just weeded themselves out. And sometimes that's how it is, but we got a pretty good number in junior high, so it's pretty good where it's sitting.
Levi, you're a Swiss Army knife for this football team. You know, every position. There's no telling where you're going to line up. You've always been looked at as a leader. Coach talks about you when you're not around, which is the highest regard you can have as a player. But talk about your role specifically on this team and what that's going to look like this year.
I plan on giving it my all this season. Doing whatever the team needs. Just giving 110% every day.
Coach, talk about this is I think your third year.
Yes, sir.
Talk about just what you've seen in the growth of your team the last 3 years, and with this, each year brings on new challenges. Talk about if you have any new coaches on your staff and how they're serving the team.
Okay, just from year one, I feel like we've grown tremendously just as a program. Kids, first when you get there, you're still trying to learn to win. You're still trying to teach kids how to win. All these guys right here, they've only had one other coach besides me, so I'm kind of all they know, whether the good or the bad. And so when they come in there every day, they all work. I can't ask them to do anything other than they do. Great senior leadership in this class. These guys up here are great leaders. That's one thing, that I really take pride in is I let the seniors pick who represents them here. So all four of these guys, I didn't pick them. Their senior class picked them. So they're the guys they look up to. There's the guys that do a good job being a leader every single day. And I think they've done a great job with that this off season. And I think that's probably one of the biggest growths I've seen in my 3 years here is just how we've grown from a competitive standpoint, but also from a leadership standpoint, both on and off the field. As far as new coaches on staff, we've added a few. You lost a few every year. You have some turnover. So those guys have done nothing but a good job coming in here, still learning, trying to figure some things out, but we're grateful for the ones we got. So was there a third part to that, or is it just two questions? Okay.
Hey, Coach, just want to show you, and then I got another one for the players. But, Coach, just what's one reason you're optimistic about this upcoming season?
Because these guys I'm up here with, these guys right here are great leaders. Great leaders on the field, off the field. I would go to war with any of these guys any single day. If y'all wanted to get in a fight here right now, we want to fight over. I'm rolling with these guys right here. I promise you, these guys right here are excellent leaders.
And then for the players, just when I was up there last week, you two talked about kind of leading this turnaround. But just where do you think the rest of the team is kind of ready to lead this turnaround, and just what have you seen from them this offseason?
I think everybody's hungry to win. I mean, we're ready to turn it around, and everybody's on the same page. We're ready to make a difference, make a change. So we're all got the same mindset going in this season, and it's to turn things around.
Yeah, one thing I can say is that, we try as hard as we can on the field. Like he said, we here to win, nothing else, nothing less. I think that I feel like this is like a team. Like I felt more part of this team than any other team I've been on. I really love this team, and I really think that well, I really think that we could go a long way, like really long way.
This is for the coach and any of the players that want to answer this. You guys, I think, unquestionably have the best tailgating of a high school football atmosphere in North Alabama. Can you guys speak about that? Just your pregame. I know when you guys smell the barbecue and know some of your parents and the communities out there tailgating right outside your locker room, it's got to be a special experience because you know game time's near.
I'm going to let y'all guys answer that.
Oh, it fires you up for sure. You smell that barbecue cooking, it's time to go. Shoulder pads are strapping up, helmet's coming on, it's ready to go knock somebody's head off.
Yeah, it means a lot. The community come behind us, see them out there tailgating and stuff. It means a lot. We have the community behind us every night, I would rather go to war with anybody else but these guys.
Yeah, kind of what he said. With the community behind your back, it's easier to go out there and give it your all.
Coach, coming out of summer workouts, you're headed into fall practice, I guess, next week. Talk about the things you've done this summer maybe and what you see as maybe the strengths of this team. You may have already talked a little bit about the leadership, but some of the things on the field that you may be strengths of the team this year.
Yeah, so we've probably done a lot of stuff that everybody does. We've done 7-on-7s. We've done OTAs. We've worked out. We've conditioned. We do basically everything that everybody else does. It's just hard for me really not to talk about how good of leaders and how good a leadership I've seen out of the senior class, but then also them modeling it for the younger guys, where I see juniors step up, where I see sophomores step up. And that's really what we're trying to build our entire program to and the culture for that. I would say we're pretty strong in the skill department too. Last year we struggled a little bit with some injuries. We had some younger guys that weren't quite ready to go in there and play on the O-line if they had to. At one point in the year we were starting 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores on the O-line. Well, good thing for us this year, those are juniors and sophomores, and you have other guys work and step up. So, but I would say leadership, and then, we got some pretty good skill players if I had to just say one strength of the team.
Guys, let me ask you a question. What's it like playing for Coach Brooks?
Y'all take it easy.
I love playing underneath Coach Brooks. Not only that he wants us to be really good football players, but he wants us to be better people at the end of the day. He always makes sure we keep God first, which is the number one thing, and he also teaches us, like, I've been taught this short time I've been here, I've been taught so much, so I'm really thankful for him, and I'm glad that he took me underneath his wing.
Same thing as he said. It's been amazing playing under him. He's like a father figure to us, takes us all under, cares for us, loves us. But at the same time, it's fun every day. It's not just going out there and the same old thing every day. It's different every day. You're going to go out and something crazy is going to happen. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, like they said, I love playing for Coach Brooks. He'll get on you when you need to be get on, and then after he'll joke with you. He'll take it not serious so much times, but I love playing for Coach Brooks.
Oh yeah, it's definitely fun playing for Coach Brooks. Having someone that's is 100% balled in, it makes it easier to go out there, and yeah, it's fun. All right, yeah.
Coach, you talked about these guys as great leadership on the team. Who maybe are some of the young guys that may not have got a lot of playing time last year, but it's going to have to step up in some important roles for this team to be what it needs to be this year?
Okay, I'm going to give a name, and then I'm going to let these guys, I'm going to put them on the spot because I like to let them talk. I want this to be about them. So I'm going to let you guys give a name, too, of a younger guy that's impressed you or a guy that you think's done a good job. All right. So one guy that he actually did play for us last year and got thrown into the fire as a freshman, and he's just the ultimate competitor. Now, he never shuts his mouth, and he's always talking. They already know. Man, Cadence Wilson, he's a guy you're going to hear for the next 3 years. He starts for us. He's a sophomore. He got thrown in there. But he may be 5'8", 150 pounds, but, man, he ain't scared of nobody. And so he's a guy that's going to need to play good for us to have a good season. And I'll start with Levi since Lamont gets started at the first off. So we'll let you get thrown in the fire first and pick somebody and then go down the line.
Okay, Levi.
I'm gonna choose Stone. He's our center. He's really he really improved since last year. He's put on some weight, put on some muscle, and he's gonna be a good backbone for us this year, being on the line, which is backbone of the team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bo Martin. I'm gonna go with Levi's little brother. You know, I can see a lot of potential in him, and him playing the linebacker position like Levi. And I can just he has a high ceiling. I can see him playing and being really good for us.
I go with Kennedy Rodriguez. He's another freshman that started for us last year, actually both ways, O-line and D-line, after some injuries happened. The dude's a fighter. He's never going to give up, never going to quit on us, and we can always depend on him. He's going to be there every day, work. He walks to practice every day across the road from the school, and he's always there for us. He's going to be a big name when he gets up here as a senior.
I ain't gonna lie, I agree with that. I would say Kennedy, but I would go with Xavier Pimpin. He's a young one, you know, he's feisty. You know, he plays DB for us, and, you know, this is his first year there, and he's gonna be really good when he grows older.
Coach, I won't start letting you ask the question. You ask better questions than I do. So, guys, as we wrap up today, your portion, talk about maybe individual goals for yourself this year and team goals for the entire group of Sardis Lions this year.
As far as team goals go, you know, we there to win, nothing more, nothing less. You know, we there to give it our all. You know, lead the field knowing that we put everything on that field, even if we win or lose. As in person, well, actually, let me go back onto that. Team goals, just to us to come together even more. You know, grow as people together. You know, build our faith. And as personal goals go, I'm there to catch everything, and I'm there to make the person in front of me pay. That's my personal goal.
As far as team goals, like he said, win every game, leave it all on the field, come out with no doubts, and just have fun doing it and play as brotherhood. And personal goals, I just want to be the best leader we have, lead and teach the younger guys, and do the best I can to leave a legacy for them so that we can just pass it on and just keep it going.
Yeah, for sure. Team goals definitely win without a doubt. You know, go out there and win every game, but just take it day by day. You know, just trust the process and just get everybody to buy in. And personal goal is just play to the best of my ability and be a good leader.
Yeah, team goals for sure. Win. I want to be that guy that can influence our other guys to get that right mentality, to show that I'm playing as hard as I can, and they want to play like me, and then it makes them play better. And as in personal goals, you know, just be the head hunter, and then when I'm running the ball, run everybody over, score touchdowns.
Now, Coach, I'll come to you, and when I say expectations, I'm not talking about wins and losses. What's your expectations and goals for this year's team?
Well, as far as expectations, we're getting to the point where we expect to win. So that's always an expectation. The goal is to play as hard as we can. Every play, every night, and make God proud of how hard we play. We talked about that today. You know, everything's got to be about something bigger than yourself. You know, I talked to these guys today. Had to get on their butt a little bit about one day you're going to be a dad and you ain't going to want to do something. I know it's hot out here. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. There's days I don't want to do stuff, but I still got to. You're going to have kids one day. You're going to have to do things and push yourself and find a way to do it. And most importantly, you know, the biggest thing is you got to do it for the Lord. You know, if you're not operating in the blessings and stuff that He gives you and the talents, then you're doing a disservice to Him. So my expectations is just to give them everything I got. That's my goals, is to be the best leader I can possibly be for these guys, for my community, and honestly, for my coaching staff.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for being with us today, and good luck to the Sardis Lions in 2025. Appreciate
Thank y'all.
you.
Thanks for having us.